Sophie Cunningham and Sparks rival earn praise from fans for their actions right after a heated on-court incident. The Indiana Fever is back to losing. Caitlin Clark has been out with an injury. That didn't slow the Fever down one bit. They put together a historic run last week, grabbing 3 straight wins, including a huge wnba Commissioner's Cup victory over the Minnesota Lynx. But how long was that streak really going to last anyway? Well, now we have our answer. The Les Sparks were the last team to hand the Fever a loss before their winning run, and now, strangely enough, they're the ones to end it as well. But what's trending on Twitter is something different. Remember how a lot of credit was given to the Fever when they became the first team this season to hold 2 opponents under 60 points in back-to-back games. Many felt that the Fever might have managed to overcome their defensive problems. But that was clearly not the case. The Sparks game felt like a repeat telecast from their reverse fixture 9 days ago. Once again, the Fever had a 4-point lead with 1:43 left, only to collapse late and lose 89-87. Their inability to close games in the fourth quarter has become a familiar script. We saw it against the Aces, we saw it against the Valkyries, and now the same story played out again against the Sparks. Yet, despite their underwhelming performance, one particular incident became the talk of the town after the game. It was the first quarter scuffle between Sophie Cunningham and Julie Van Loo, and as you'd expect, the internet wasted no time. The moment blew up on social media, with fans joining in from all corners. Fans react to Sophie Cunningham's altercation with Julie Van Loo. With 1:25 left in the opening quarter, recently acquired Sparks guard Julie Van Loo showed some serious hustle diving for a loose ball, only to collide with Sophie Cunningham on the floor. Cunningham did manage to secure possession, but Van Loo, also going for it, ended up grabbing her around the neck. What is this? Wrestling. Yellow player has Sophie in a headlock. One fan commented while watching the chaotic sequence unfold, which also saw Ricky Jackson being part of the whole altercation. Surprisingly, the officials didn't call a foul and instead ruled it a jump ball instead. But that wasn't all. Both Van Loo and Cunningham were seen walking away from the scuffle with smiles on their faces, showing no signs of hostility toward one another. One fan appreciated how both players untangled themselves without escalating things, saying, "I love how Sophie Cunningham and Van Loo de-escalated the situation with smiles. That's real basketball." Sophie already showed the league what happens if they F with her, one fan commented, referring to her ejection against the Connecticut Sun. For those unaware, Cunningham was ejected in the final minute of the fourth quarter after a brawl with J.C. Sheldon. After the game, Cunningham made her stance clear. "I'm going to protect my teammates. That's what I do, and I'm a team player." Her comment came in response to an earlier moment in the game where Sheldon appeared to poke Caitlin Clark in the eye. "Julie Van Loo is so lucky Sophie Cunningham is in a good mood today. She could have kicked her ass if she wanted to," said another fan. "Wish I knew what Soph said. Whatever she said to Van Loo there made her blush," one fan asked, wondering what was said between the two. While we may never find out, it was clear that the game was quite physical. 45 fouls were made during the game, and there was another altercation as well. During one play in the fourth quarter, Kelsey Plum appeared to have pushed Lexi Hull while trying to move the ball further ahead. Just seconds later, Plum made contact with Hull once again, preventing Lexi from getting involved in the play. Frustrated, Plum confronted the refs expecting a foul call, but instead, the officials hit her with a travel violation instead. Despite such instances, both Cunningham and Van Loo walked away with smiles on their faces. A gesture that certainly deserves some praise. That said, there were fans unhappy with the way Cunningham played. "Good thing her one paint in 19 minutes has added so much," they said. Now it was clear that the Fever didn't perform the way they should have against the Sparks. Cunningham wasn't any good either. The guard finished the game with 4 points, 1 rebound, and 1 assist, which is far below the expectations for a player of her caliber. Yet, while Cunningham struggled throughout the game, Coach White's decision to sub her in for Lexi Hull late in the contest didn't seem to sit well with Caitlin Clark. Ricky Jackson went on to make 2 game-changing plays right over Natasha Howard and Hull that effectively sealed the win for the Sparks. You could argue that despite her off night, Cunningham might have been the better defensive matchup for Ricky, given her physicality and ability to go toe-to-toe with just about anyone. Anyway, one thing is clear. Today's game saw a lot more other antics than just pure basketball that people will talk about for days.